$4 trillion. Yes, exactly. Over the coming years, these networks will handle enormous volumes of money. Currently, there are 25 billion bitcoins on the chain, not a single trillion. I may also seem insane to you when I mention quadrillions of dollars. The world has completely changed. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and more than 4 years ago, we discussed this transition. It's happening. The decent internet is now available to you. Ripple warned us to be on the lookout for this. These large banks told us this. You know what, too? We're involved. This is only the beginning. When a dollar struck a public network, everything began. On the chain, there are over 25 billion. This is just the start. Now, let's discuss XRP. In just 30 days, the price of XRP has increased by 34%. We have nearly $160 million presently. To view the events of the past 30 days, we can scroll down. The T-bill must be opened. Short-term U.S. notes are followed by U.S. government bonds with a minimum value of $45,500,000. That's over $30 million or $30 billion too. There are a few more items in the XRP library. However, I want everyone to understand that this is only the start. Nearly everything has. Not yet included in the system for XRP. There are only 2 steady coins here because of this as well. There are at least 5 stable coins on the XRP database, and they will remain so for a few weeks or months. Nonetheless, the tokenized value of the XRP system continues to increase. Billions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions, and eventually trillions of dollars will call it home. In addition to those other ideas, I believe that XRP will have a high market value. People may ask you why you believe that, Nick. Why are you that way? Are you certain of that? This room will be filled since there is a lot of money out there. We must also consider XRP. With almost a decade of existence, it has been thriving. The market's large money adores XRP and the XRP PPL. Additionally, major market participants are being encouraged to use XRP for tokenized use cases and institutional DeFi. Numerous projects in this field will be undertaken in the upcoming years. These initiatives are practical and valuable in the actual world. These networks will be used in the future. And when a significant amount of money passes through them on a daily basis, XRP will be worth a lot of money. It's evident that some of these networks are rapidly growing in significance. As a result, the XRP token, which powers this network, will undergo significant changes. We recently learned that the SEC's crypto task group will be holding many meetings throughout the United States. Those events are happening right now. This is actually let's get started now. I think this looks fine. This relates to those significant efforts that we recently witnessed. Consider tokenization, for instance. Let's examine the quote first before delving into the topic of tokenization. This spring, roundtables were held in Washington, D.C., but many people were unable to make it. It's possible that these individuals were not given the opportunity to influence previous choices. The Crypto Task Group wants to make sure that we speak with as many people as possible because any new regulations pertaining to crypto would have a significant impact. Additionally, this is highly intriguing because yet again, guess what? To ensure that this is done correctly, the SEC wants to collaborate with this business. The United States will rapidly lag behind the other nations if they fail to get this properly. We must prevail in this global tech competition. Let's face it. The US will benefit if we can secure hundreds of trillions of dollars to be invested in blockchain networks that are located in the US, or at least based in the US. Thus, we are focusing on networks such as XRP, HBR, Stellar, Algorand, and others that are similar to them. Caroline Dame added, "Today, I announced that the CFTC will begin a crypto sprint to work closely with the SEC to make President Trump's promise of a golden age of crypto come true." Indeed, Hester Peirce and Paul Atkins will collaborate on the SEC government project Crypto. The United States has returned. It's the CFTC this time. We already know that Ripple spoke with Caroline Depam of the CFTC in 2022. The change is evident. Paul Atkins added that all of the money is coming from that business. For Hazy Ideas, this receives a huge thumbs up. $1 trillion is not what it is. Consider a quadrillion. I must take. For a second, consider the size of $1 quadrillion. We have no idea what 10,000 bucks is. $1 quadrillion, no. Large sums of money remain untouchable on these public networks or in cryptocurrency, a market with a value below $4 trillion. Guys, it makes no difference how amazing you feel. Imagine something 100 times larger. The most significant shift in global history is simply starting up. The US is being promoted as the center of this blockchain banking revolution. We shouldn't wager against cryptocurrency businesses situated in the US. I also concur. For this reason, it is significant to us. We are particularly concerned about Stellar, Hyde Era, and Algorand because of this. You will ultimately lose out on a significant sum of money if you are not locked in now. In addition, Dom Falk has given us this. I did just that. I want to discuss this again even though I've already included it in a movie. We must listen to and reiterate what the SEC said. Wall Street and Silicon Valley corporations are reportedly waiting outside their doors to tokenize, according to Paul Atkins. We are aware that every major company, including Blackstone and Goldman Sachs, wants to tokenize. What was it called by Vlad Tenev? Justin is Robinhood's CEO. According to Vlad Tenev, tokenization is the foundation of the next banking system. It isn't a secret anymore. In business, a new age has dawned. Everyone has a fresh start now. In addition, the SEC plans to transition all markets on the blockchain in the near future. This supports the claims made by biased views. Many thanks, Smoked Dog. Below is a list of the entire market that tokenization can reach. We owe 187% of the world's money, 42 trillion in securities, 12 trillion in trades, 7 trillion in private income, and 20 trillion in real estate funds, cash, 268 trillion in total. The problem is that Smoked Dog is unrelated to this. I can appreciate his perspective. This statistic does not account for the derivatives. It doesn't account for the fact that real estate values fluctuate constantly. Indeed, it includes real estate funds. However, the global value of real estate exceeds $300 trillion. 5 times over. That might. We want that worth, even though it sounds ridiculous. These locations are also worth a visit because everything is already in motion. We already have the land on the chain. You already have security on the chain. Money is being traded on the chain. The chain is made up of stocks. We are aware that several locations are going on chain. This is significant. The DTCC only informed us of it on the 31st. The SEC discussed the amount of money moving on the blockchain that same day. The larger collateral test, or DTCC, wasn't a joke. It was also a preview of what's to come. Smart contracts that manage the security lifecycle automatically provide the foundation for scalable infrastructure that can be utilized in production. Look at it. Yes, a magnificent thing is about to begin. When using a high-fidelity collateral procedure, the entire collateral lifecycle is stored as an object in smart contracts. This object can then be inserted inside other objects, such as in a repository transaction, which is another word for generosity. This type of loan can be combined with other loan types, such as trade finance or housing loans. For instance, the home's title may be pledged as security for a mortgage loan. You can manage the entire process and incorporate it into a larger financial process with smart contracts. Anyone can be intelligent.